I have no idea what this is, but this is our Multistrada, and I am seriously telling you, before we do that, what's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to Two Brother Vlogs, and this bike is in a mess because it hasn't been removed in ages. It's been over a month before we've taken her out, and it's dirty. It's really dirty. It's really messy. It's so messy that my pant has actually changed its color. I'm wearing a black jeans and it's brown in places now. It just took 2 minutes for me to remove it from the garage, but it is. Why is that bike out in this heat? Because there's a small niggle with that bike. It's been pending for a very long time, and I need to take it to the Ducati showroom, show that bike there, or should I say give this bike there. It's due for its annual service as well, so what kharche hai. I know I haven't been on the videos for a very long time, but Srujan was enjoying his journey. So Srujan ka journey khatam, he's back home, and I have the camera in hand again, and I'll make sure I vlog a lot now because usko bahut kara diye vlogging na, and hum log vlog karna, train aana has been a part of my life, but I am jealous for Srujan because he's enjoyed so much in his trip. And there's one more thing actually. Srujan ka shadi hoke, it's been 1 year. His first anniversary, we've celebrated it a couple of days ago, and it was one great event. Uska videos, we didn't vlog anything because we had a great Sangeet kind of an event, and we will be posting a small video, a small clip of it, of our dances in the near future, because abhi to nahi hai, thoda pani dal raha hu ispe ताकि I can at least sit on her. So I'll just do this work, get on the bike, and then I'll do our moto vlog after a very long time. On the bike, actually, you won't believe it if I say it, but I haven't seen the bikes in over a month. But I was so busy with all the functions and all the flying which I've been doing, and flying has become so hectic that I literally don't have time to reply to most of you guys on Instagram. If you have noticed, whoever has messaged me over the last 1.5-2 months, my replies have become very slow. That is because extremely busy, getting extremely tired because of flying. Mera kaam ek hi hota hai: fly, come home, sleep, get up, go fly. And hafte mein I'm getting 1 day off, like weekly 1 day off is what I'm getting all, and I'm only sleeping that day. I'm not having energy. Basically the heat here, people might consider aircraft AC, but cockpit actually gets really hot. When I enter the aircraft first, the cockpit is at over 50 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes into the me stepping into the cockpit, my dress is actually dripping wet. That's with everybody. And yes, so as you can see, the telltale lights here, the annual service is due, and there's something to be changed on the suspension as well. So these are the 2 changes which are required. Annual service to bada fatka hi lagne wala hai yaar this bike ka. Expected for the service is 12,000. Anything else which has to be replaced is on top of that. How to pay for it, I don't know. I don't have money, honestly. And so, and one more good news for me basically personally is, you know, since the COVID started, my airline was under a pay cut of over 60%, and finally that pay cut has been reduced. Effective from my next salary, it's going to be come down to about 25% effective pay cut. 25 to be precise, 26%. So I'll be earning thoda more. Thoda happy for that, really happy for that. But one great thing about the Ducati showroom in Hyderabad finally is they have the new Multistrada V4 in the showroom. I don't know if it's available for test ride yet, but it is there. I would see it in flesh for the first time. And they have a test ride vehicle for the Monster. वो तो बनेगा definitely. I'm not the biggest fan of the new Monster, the way it looks personally, but the Multi V4, oh boy, it's a beauty and a half. So my favorite chota bike on the Ducati is definitely the Scrambler. The 800 is a beautiful bike here. I showed this bike to my mom a few days ago, the X-Pulse. With the rally kit, and my mom fell in love with it. I always like this bike. I am I so want to buy it personally. When I have the money for it, I will. I might. Like, but if somebody really wants to learn off-roading, this is the bike. It's got great character to learn off-roading in. And it's got a lot of presence, if you ask me. I think on top of this bike, if you pay about 40,000 rupees extra, sounds a lot, is a lot for a small capacity bike. You'll get the rally kit or something they call it, or the off-roading kit, and that makes this bike look like, oh, amazingly, you know, dirt track focused machine. Okay, I'll show you one more thing. Okay, now look at the temperature. It's at 86 degrees Celsius. Within no time, by the time this traffic gets over, I'm pretty sure it's going to go beyond 95. And the temperature, I told you, 98 now. And the air temp is 34 degrees. Much better than Delhi. If anybody is watching me from there, I know Delhi's got bad weather for a day yesterday. But in general, Delhi is going up to 48, 49 in the recent past. Man, we can't wait for these monsoons to hit. There we go. The century mark is here. Slowly but steadily it's creeping back in. And the presence of these bikes. Look at this person here. It's lovely, eh? It feels special when you are on some vehicle which grabs a lot of attention. It depends on the kind of person you are also. Like, there are a lot of people who don't like attention. Number one, my wife. She doesn't like any sort of attention on her. Eternity of boiling later, we are almost at the Ducati showroom. Dude, I am tired, yaar. Kya garmi hai ye? Oof. Oh, new flags. I like it. Okay, welcome to the Ducati showroom, and oh my god. Okay, we'll go there in just a bit. This is the new Monster. I think we've already shown this bike to you thoda pehle, but not my favorite looking bike. But this is another breed altogether. This is the V4, not the S. So the difference is the S has a radar sensor here, which is basically, it gives you adaptive cruise control. And it gives you the skyhook suspension, which this one doesn't. This has got a fully adjustable and no keyless. How do you open this? Oh, nice. And it can charge a phone as well. There's a socket there. Let's see if it can fit a phone of my size, phone ka size. Answer is no. It can't fit a Samsung Big Bala S21 Ultra, but boy oh boy, this thing looks amazing. It's got a thinner tire. Yep, this is a 170 section tire compared to the one which I have, that is a 200 section tire. Or is it a 190? I think it's a 190 section tire. But the tire profile is much thinner, so I think it will be much better off-road as well. Let's hop on her and see what does it feel like to sit on this bike when you compare it to our Multi. It is narrower, it's slightly taller, ever so slightly taller, and I hope we get to ride her soon. I will tell you so much more about it at a later stage. But again, the Ducatis, I really like their adjustment. It is just a finger. You just pull, you push, and then it goes down, pull to get it up. Single finger movement. This by far is the best of all the brands, the visor adjustment on this machine. This is slightly more powerful than my bike. My bike produces about 160 horsepower, this is about 170 horsepower. Power delivery will be quite different because this is not a twin cylinder, this is a 4-cylinder bike. So the power will be slightly higher up in the rev range compared to the compared to the twins basically. But Ducati, I've heard, has tuned it in such a way that it gives you a feel of a twin cylinder machine. But oh boy, that looks fancy. If it was my money, I would go for the V4S because you get more LED stuff and you get the radar based cruise control, which you will end up anyway wanting when you're spending so much money. But for the engine, I would definitely want to try this out for sure. Okay, we have the key and let's look at the dash. That's like an aeroplane. Wow. Okay, this again, the dash is also quite different to what I have. It's more, I would say it's a better dash, but it's smaller. But the V4S gets a bigger one with better quality. As in the graphics are so much better for sure when compared to my bike. Mileage, okay, big thing when it comes to mileage. Twins give so much better mileage when compared to 4-cylinder bikes. My bike, my Multistrada, it's almost the same bike. It gives me on an average of about 18 kilometers per liter. This one, if you're lucky, you'll get 10. So again, comparing the Panigale which we have, the V2 and the V4, V2 gives us about 17-18 mileage. I know my hair is a mess today, but again, V2, read this, it gives you 17-18, and the V4, Shubham's bike, gives 5 kilometers per liter. So 4-cylinder bikes are not that great at mileage. So let's crank her up. Let's see how does she sound. Neutral, fuel hair. Not as loud as Shubham's bike. Same engine, slightly detuned, but not as loud, nowhere as close. Okay, now it's warmed up, let's hear her. It is definitely more gruffier than my bike, but nowhere close to the Panigales. But I love the red accents inside. At night it's all going to be red and lit. This is me from the Ducati showroom. Again, I'll meet you guys in some time. But definitely, the Monster, the review of the Monster is going to come definitely. What I personally don't like in this bike, again, that's a personal choice, is the headlight assembly. The rest of the bike looks cool enough. The headlight looks a little too aftermarket, and it reminds me of one particular electric bike called a Revolt. For some reason, I'm really sorry Ducati if I'm saying this. I don't know who copied from whom what, but it reminds me of that. And this bike, also the V2 Multistrada, V2S, is one amazing bike. In fact, if this bike was in India when I have taken my bike, I would have gone for this instead of the 1260. Because 1260 is extremely too powerful. This has got all the bells and whistles with the suspension, the braking and everything from the 1260, and it's got the smaller displacement engine, the 950 engine, so it gives a little better mileage, more than adequate power. It's basically this. I would consider this to be street triple with higher ground clearance. It's that powerful. Multi is another ball game altogether, but this is one gem of a bike. Belongs to a friend. I might come for the delivery of this bike. Let's see if it's possible. But I love the color.